in Bahamas, Bahamas, Bahamas. We now get together, brothers and sisters, to join in unity for independence.
Make come on, we going.
A census determines the total number of people living in a country. Our census is currently being conducted throughout the islands of the Bahamas. I plan to participate. You should too.
We want everybody on every island, regardless of your age or nationality, to be counted.
And if they ain't been to your door yet, they're gonna be there soon. I know we gonna get counted in this census, so don't let them miss you.
The data collected in the census is used by the government to make all kinds of important decisions for the future of our country. I'll be participating. You should too.
When the census workers were in my area, I had the option whether to do it face-to-face or on my cell phone. I participated. So should you.
The Bahamas National Statistical Institute needs nationwide participation. The census will be conducted until the end of August. Remember, when it's your turn, the count depends on you.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the evidence bill giving family members of Dorian victims the right to obtain death certificates. Also, the cost of fuel making a big jump on Grand Bahama. And a Grand Bahama man missing since Saturday. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shoshana Wolf-Marcus, and as always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news this evening, during his contribution in the House of Assembly on Wednesday, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis presented the Evidence Bill 2022, which now allows the family members of those who perished in Hurricane Dorian and later presumed dead to obtain death certificates and collect insurance money. The nation's leader noting that he has been advocating for this amendment since the passage of Dorian under the previous administration, but his efforts were ignored. Davis says nearly 3 years later is way too long for families to still have no relief, announcing that the amendment would take effect immediately. Our Simone Davis has more in this report.
Calling it a matter of urgency, the nation's leader declared in the House of Assembly yesterday that the legislation would be amended immediately to provide relief to the families of those who perished in the deadly Hurricane Dorian. Davis said before resorting to this resolution, he observed how other countries like the United States provided adequate relief to residents following catastrophic natural disasters and realized that amending the evidence bill would be the best solution. He notes that he's been pushing for this amendment since October of 2019 while in opposition, but he did not get a response from the previous administration.
I came into Parliament and spoke to it, made a recommendation, gave them a copy of what they did in Louisiana. Say, look, use this as a model. They ignored me, said nothing.
The new legislation will allow for people reported missing in circumstances of peril and have not been found in 2 years or more to be presumed dead by the courts, as opposed to waiting 7 years. This will then allow families to obtain the death certificates and other documentation needed to claim insurance without any setbacks and provide some sort of closure.
This is the Tribune report of Wednesday, October 9th, 2019. When I was speaking to it. And that's why when someone is saying, well, when they start talking about compassion and talking about soul, I don't like to say no one has no compassion, because I believe all of us have some essential goodness in us. But where's the judgment when you know people are hurting?
On September 1st, 2019, Hurricane Dorian ripped through Abaco and Grand Bahama as a Category 5 storm, killing at least 70 people. According to a list from the coroner's court, after the storm, about 35 people were reported missing. The Prime Minister said he heard the stories of many residents of East Grand Bahama, and he understands their financial woes following the death of their loved ones, adding that while he hopes it is not too late to provide some relief to these suffering families, it is imperative that the amended evidence bill come into effect as soon as possible.
This is a Dorian issue now for me, and the 2 years has passed, so this takes effect today.
The amended bill was passed shortly before 8 p.m. yesterday. While opposition members supported the bill, there were some who questioned it, but all agreed that it was in the best interest of the residents. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Simone Davis.
Great news there. Thank you, Simone. Well, the cost of fuel making a big jump on Grand Bahama to almost $7 a gallon, and motorists are fuming. Our Aja Quant picks up the story.
Motorists across Grand Bahama are displeased today with the increase of gas prices implemented by Freeport Oil Company Limited. Many are also in disarray as they say items across the island are not matching the wages in the country. Exactly $6.93 is what Grand Bahamians are about to spend on 1 gallon of gas. Residents on Grand Bahama say this increase is a serious strain, almost forcing many to park their vehicles.
Everything going up, but the only thing going up is wages. That's the only problem we got. And you know, Grand Bahama we done in recession from then, and it ain't get no better look like.
It's badly affecting everyone.
And a lot of persons are currently still not working. So I feel it for those persons right now.
We're going to have to find a way to generate more money in order for us to be able to sustain.
I guess everything's going up, but my trust and my faith is in God.
And even gas pump attendants are weighing in on their view on the increase.
People coming here putting like $6 gas in their car to beg just to make it somewhere, to go make some money, to put more gas in their car. It's rod race.
I have a car home now, he parked up, they walked away. Saying, because I didn't know the gas is more than how much I make an hour. And that's a problem.
One heavy equipment businessman says diesel is the business's biggest expense, making this increase worse for them.
It's really hurting us a lot. So we're hoping that maybe over the summers, as soon as possible, it could start to go back down.
It's going to put a hole in the budget. But world prices, I guess. I don't know.
Motorists are calling on government officials to remove taxes from gas prices to alleviate the burden of the continuous increase, as this is putting more on Bahamians than they can bear. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Aja Quant.
Thank you, Aja. Police are continuing the search for the assailant who robbed a local variety store earlier this week. It was a scary ordeal for the store clerk who came face to face with the armed man. Tonight, she talks to our Jolanda Thompson about the frightening experience.
Police say it appears as if an imitation firearm was used to rob a local store at a plaza in the Pioneers Loop community. The quiet neighborhood left in shock at the brazen daytime robbery. The armed robbery taking place at McPhee Variety Store on Monday, July 4th, and the store clerk was robbed of her belongings. Report says a man who appeared calm entered the store carrying a red backpack. He then pulled out a handgun and demanded that the clerk hand over her purse and all of the money in the store. The clerk, who says she is still in shock, notes that she is grateful to be alive to tell the story.
Then when I look in, I see one man come in. I didn't know that face at all. Then that's the first time I see this face. Then when I look, I see him. Then he come, he just kicked the gun on me. Then he said, give me everything you have in the store.
She says at first she did not take him serious until he walked behind the store counter and grabbed the cash, a box of grabber, and her handbag. She recalls that he then threw all of the items along with the money in his backpack, and that's when she took him serious and tried to dial 911 for help. She says when the gunman noticed she was trying to seek help, he uttered these words.
He said, my brothers, them send me. I come do that, but my brother, them send me to do this.
A neighbor who lives just opposite the McPhee Variety store says she saw the alleged robber running out of the store. She says at that point, two of her sons ran out of the yard and chased the armed robber.
Let's go see if we can catch him for mommy. And they gone and they said he went through the track road. Right down there by the lamppost.
They were not able to catch the alleged robber, but as a result of the chase, the suspect threw the backpack on the ground, leaving the stolen items behind. Now the good news is no one was injured in this incident, and police is still looking for the suspect. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Yolanda Thompson.
Police on Grand Bahama are trying to find 19-year-old Justin Stewart. He was last seen at his home at number 6 Charles Chillingsworth on Saturday, July 2nd. Reports say at the time of the disappearance, he was wearing red short pants, a light blue t-shirt, and black tennis shoes. Stewart stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, 140 pounds, with a low haircut. Now, if you know the whereabouts of Justin Stewart, contact Police Emergency Department at 911 or Crime Stoppers at 352-1919. That's going to take us to our first break. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment.
Come on down to Dolly Madison and get your hurricane supplies before it's too late. Don't let supply chain issues cause you to miss out on hurricane supplies you need. Come on down now.
Plan your Independence Weekend celebration at the Grand Lucayan Hotel. Buffet brunch at Portobello's from noon until 4. Free mimosas. A relaxing day at Senses Spa. Happy Independence, Bahamas. Happy Independence, Bahamas. Visit Mo Divas Caravel Beach or Mo Hustle in the East Sunrise Plaza. Shop and get 25% off on men's and women's clothing and shoes. Both stores open on Sunday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Nowadays, tiles trend like fashion, and Grand Bahama Tiles leads the way with trendy and classic styles from North and South America, Europe, and Asia. Imagine your home with natural stone, elegant marble, sleek porcelain, earthy granite, or slate. Grand Bahama Tiles has it all. They even export to the Family Islands. Maybe it's time to update your style, get the look, and transform your space with the latest tiles trending at Grand Bahama Tiles.
Grand Bahama, are you ready?
I'm ready.
For the first time after 2 years, it's Coconut Fest.
Coconut everything.
Coconut drinks and the best in coconut Bahamian food.
Boy, that coconut salad look good.
And much, much more. Live entertainment and coconut games. Fun for the whole family.
What, I mean, I could bring little Shanae too?
That's on Monday, July 11th, this Independence Weekend at the beautiful Pelican Point Beach. Grand Bahama, let's go coconut.
Coconut crack Coke. I gotta try it out.
COVID-19 protocols and security strictly enforced. Please drink responsibly.
Don't miss the fabulous 20% off Independence Day store-wide sale at Park & Shop downtown, July 6th through the 9th, excluding underwear and red tag items.
Pizza Hut Freeport is bringing you savings this summer. Order a large one-topping pizza with a 2-liter Coke, along with our newest dessert, the pineapple tart, for just $22.50, VAT inclusive. A delicious pizza, 2-liter Coke, and a pineapple tart to satisfy your sweet tooth. Available for carry-out, delivery, and curbside to go. Call us at 352-9191 downtown or 373-8500 East Sunrise Highway. Pizza Hut Freeport, for the love of pizza.
Celebrate our nation's 49th independence at the Cultural Extravaganza on Independence Park, Saturday, July 9th, beginning at 6:30 p.m. We are proud Proud to be Bahamian.
Friday, July 8th, Mudville Productions and Galaxy Bar and Lounge presents Soca Beer Fest, featuring the Queen of Soca, Destra. Destra Live. Soca Beer Fest. Mixing.
Bahamas! This is your girl Destra, the Queen of Bacchanal, and I'm coming again to Freeport this time on the 8th of July for Soca Beer Fest. You already know, you can't have alcohol without Bacchanal, so I'm coming to mash up the place. See you there!
Mixing the beat. DJ Bravo, DJ Fresh, Mudville, Kiko G, Future, and Raspo. And it's hosted by the Daddies, The Legion. Soca Beer Fest, featuring the Queen of Soca, Destra. VIP tables and sections available. Enjoy beer buckets and bottle specials. Hookah by Social Smoke. Phone 441-4678 for more info. It's Soca Beer Fest. Friday, July 8th at Galaxy Bar and Lounge, Courtyard, Oak Street. Gates open at 7 p.m. Tickets on sale now at B&B Galaxy or phone 441-4678 for more info.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Bahamas Goombay Summer Festival is making its grand return on Grand Bahama tonight on Taino Beach, and it is just in time for the Independence Holiday celebrations. Our Jay Philippe is taking in all the action tonight, and he's joining us live now from Taino Beach. Jay?
Separating the meat from the syrup.
Yes, Shoshana, we are live at Taino Beach for this year's Goombay Summer Festival. Now, the last time this event was held was 2019, which means it's been a long time, and we're so excited to have Mr. Nuvalari Chaudhary from the Ministry of Tourism. Nuvi, tell us the details. What went into this year's preparation for Goombay Summer Festival?
Jay, as you know, we've been preparing for this event for some 2 years now, since COVID-19 in 2019. We've got so much work from the staff and also all of our industry partners, and also various government agencies have pulled together to make this thing happen. We weren't sure it's going to happen this year, but nonetheless, we got a mandate from the Minister Chester Cooper, to put it on and make it happen. He said festivals are back, so that was our mandate to make it happen. And today here at Taino Beach, we've got the crowd already coming out. We have some 300 to 400 visiting guests from the U.S. and Canada already here on the park venue. We have a lot going on, and so we're looking for everybody to come out and help support this event. We want to bring Goombay back. It is back all of July 7th, the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th. It's going to be a lot of fun out here tonight.
As far as fun tonight, give us a quick rundown as to what can residents and visitors around the world that are watching can expect.
Well, first of all, at 7:30, we're going to have a brief opening ceremony, and then we go more into the entertainment. We have the Ultravise Band playing tonight. We also have the Deep South Boys playing tonight. Then we get into a little heavier entertainment with Veronica Bishop, and of course, we have Ancient Man closing it out here tonight at Taino Beach. So you want to be down here to take a good time tonight here at Taino Beach.
There you got it. You heard it from Nuvalari Chaudhary Singh, heavy entertainment. So I'll be until 10 o'clock tonight, Shoshana. I'll be waiting on you back in studio.
Veronica Bishop, Ancient Man, Jay, I'll be there. Thank you very, very much for that report. Well, as we count down to the 49th anniversary of independence, we will continue to feature Bahamians who have a story to tell about living and working in the Bahamas prior to 1973. Tonight, we hear from a Bahamian businessman and sports legend who sheds light on segregation and challenges that he saw firsthand here on Grand Bahama. Here's our Aja Quant.
Bahamians were really, for a better word, second-class citizens in their own country.
Although he is a native of Eleuthera, Churchill Tanner Knowles spent most of his life in Freeport. And while he may be of a lighter hue, he says it really shouldn't matter because Bahamians are Bahamians. And he experienced exactly what that meant in Grand Bahama.
There are very, very few opportunities for Bahamians, to be employed with. And of course, I must admit that also that even educational pursuits were not there for the average Bahamian.
In the early early 1960s, Tenor Knowles was living in the nation's capital, but started visiting Grand Bahama in 1962. He recalls staying in the Hawksville area on his visits, as accommodations were not so easy for Bahamians in the Freeport area.
The Invisible Gate was there, okay? And you know what it meant. That you're not welcome in Freeport. As Bahamians, there was really no place for you to reside. And that is when they built Hawksville, where Hawksville is now, Hawksville Development. And they wanted to deny it, but it's the truth. I know that was basically built for Bahamians to stay. When you finish working in Freeport, then you go to Hawksville. Those who will come from other islands or from Nassau, because there's no place in Freeport for you to stay.
The noted businessman and sports legend says he is very proud to be Bahamian, and as on that day, July 10th, 1973, he was glued to the television in Freeport to watch history unfold.
The British flag was lowered, and excuse me, because I get sort of emotional, you know, when I think of that. We became an independent nation, and our flag went up. That gave you pride, you know, in your country, because now you plot your own course, so to speak. And of course, all of that due to the, and I credit Sir Lyndon with all of that.
As he looks back on the contributions made to the country by significant players who are not here now to enjoy the fruits of their labor, he says he is grateful for persons who were devoted to Freeport, and for that he is grateful.
I thank God for Freeport, in spite of the ups and the downs, because if Bahamians were on Freeport right now, if there's no Freeport, where would we be? Probably in Nassau, congested. And when I speak of Freeport, I speak of it fondly. But, you know, fondly in the sense that now Bahamians have more say regarding their future in Freeport.
And as Churchill Tenor Knowles reminisces on from whence we came, he is reminded of that fateful Independence Day 49 years ago.
No bullets were shot, no one was hurt, no one was killed. It was a quiet revolution.
Thank you so much, Asha. Stay with us. A check on sports when we come back.
For designer shoes, sandals, accessories, and handbags, visit Steppin' Out, now at 2 locations, Old Sam's Plaza, Freeport, and Top of the Hill, Mackey Street, Nassau. Steppin' Out, when you want to put your best foot forward.
Third Dimension on Yellow Pine Street introduces its new home improvement center. Step into our brand new, fully stocked showroom for the latest in doors, tiles, housewares, kitchenwares, bathwares, vanities, power tools, electrical, and plumbing supplies. So stop by our showroom to view our full range of products or call the Home Advisor hotline at 602-0935 today. We are your home advisors.
This Friday, July 8th, the West Grand Bahama District is celebrating the 49th Bahamas Independence under the theme, Proud to be Bahamian, with a flag-raising ceremony at 10 a.m. at the Administrator's Office West End. This Friday, July 8th, with guest speaker, the Honorable Obadiah H. Wilchcomb. See you there. Happy 49th Independence, Bahamas.
And say I'm proud to be a Bahamian. Proud to be a Bahamian.
Island Bedding is the Bahamas' leading manufacturer in mattress sets. But did you know we also carry top quality products like pillows, comforters, sheets, and much more. Our furniture line is also expanding to meet the needs of those rebuilding. We have bedroom sets, sofa beds, recliners, accent pieces, and so much more. Come and experience Island Bedding today, where everybody deserves their own island.
Don't miss the fabulous 20% off Independence Day store-wide sale at Park & Shop downtown, July 6th through the 9th, excluding underwear and red tag items. Come and get free training at the Grand Bahama Sustainable Conch and Fisheries Workshop, July 12th in McLeanstown or July 13th in Sweetings Key. Register today.
Hi, my name is Trevor Simmons, and our company is Uniform Place Limited. We are located in the Innovative Design Building on Settlers Way in the area of the YMCA. We are an authorized Dickies dealer, an authorized Edwards garment distributor. We also sell t-shirts, polos, dry fit, as well as the standard and regular types of garments. So we also cater to the corporate community as well as the industrial sector when it comes to uniforms for the various companies. We are considered to be the largest embroidery company on the island of Grand Bahama and arguably the entire Bahamas. We also specialize in screen printing and customized t-shirts. Our phone contact is 352-7997 or 602-1040. You can also follow us on Facebook at Uniform Place Limited.
I serve them the fresh cone. I beat it for them for the crock cone. I slice it in half, scorch it up for them with scorch cone, or I dice it up for them for the salad. Every morning, just a light, just salt and life about it. You just go to sea, you come in, you clean the fish, you go home, you scrape them up, you get them ready for the pot, you sit on, and that's just like every day, and it's just a joyful feeling, just like doing it.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe and welcome to Sports. Well, we do have some updates, but let's begin with swimming. 19-year-old Lamar Taylor, Bahamian national record holder in the 100-meter freestyle, had a billboard erected at the entrance of the Sunrise subdivision.
Just started. I was happy to see it and honestly speechless. I didn't know what to say when my father told me that they were hanging up a billboard of me out front. I was surprised.
On hand was a number of community and sporting leaders to congratulate the swim sensation.
It is people like Lamar who continue to set the standards for young people.
I want to say congratulations to Lamar. He's an awesome young man, very articulate, and so it was a privilege speaking with him this morning. He knows what he wants, knows where he wants to be in a couple of years.
Based on what I saw this morning, the entire community of Sunrise is behind their shining star. And Lamar, we are behind you, and we can only see a brighter future for you.
Switching gears now, a number of champions were crowned at the Northern Bahamas Bodybuilding Championships.
This one took a lot of groundwork, a lot of running around, checking things, checking the lighting, sound, all that type of stuff. But in the end, I thought it was well worth it.
We had a great participation from the athletes here. Quite a few of them wanted to enter, but didn't think they were going to be ready in time. They're going to try to get to the national championships. But the response we got from the audience and the competitors was phenomenal.
Now in hoops action, the Rockets basketball team out of New Providence were crowned champions of the Grand Bahama Basketball Association Brazilian tournament played at the Jack Haywood Gym. The Rockets defeated House of Hoops 89-76 in the title game led by Livingston Mullins, who was named MVP after scoring 20 points and grabbing 21 rebounds. That's a quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. Be blessed.
Happy Independence, Bahamas. Visit Mo Divas Caravel Beach or Mo Hustle in the East Sunrise Plaza. Shop and get 25% off on men's and women's clothing and shoes. Both stores open on Sunday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Friday, July 8th, Mudboat Productions and Galaxy Bar and Lounge presents Soca Beer Fest, featuring the Queen of Soca, Destra.
Bahamas! This is Egil Destra, the Queen of Bacchanal, and I'm coming again to Freeport this time on the 8th of July for Soca Beer Fest. You already know, you can't have alcohol without Bacchanal, so I'm coming to mash up the place. See you there!
Mixing the beat. DJ Bravo, DJ Fresh, Michael, Kikochi, Future, and Raspo. And it's hosted by the Daddy, Billy J. Soca Beer Fest. buckets and bottle specials. Hookah by Social Smoke. Phone 441-4678 for more info. It's Soca Beer Fest. Friday, July 8th at Galaxy Bar and Lounge, Courtyard, Oak Street. Gates open at 7 p.m. Tickets on sale now at B&B Galaxy or phone 441-4678 for more info.
Nowadays, tiles trend like fashion, and Grand Bahama Tiles leads the way with trendy and classic styles from North and South America, Europe, and Asia. Imagine your home with natural stone, elegant marble, sleek porcelain, earthy granite, or slate. Grand Bahama Tiles has it all. They even export to the Family Islands. Maybe it's time to update your style, get the look, and transform your space with the latest tiles trending at Grand Bahama Tiles.
Hey there, I'm D'Amico Nesbitt from the Fitness Connection, and welcome to Health Bites, where every week we give you a helpful tip to help you on your health and fitness journey. I'm going to give you my top 3 supplements for muscle building. And supplement number 1 is creatine. Creatine is what your cells need for energy. So when you supplement it, you're going to be stronger, you're going to be able to run faster, lift more, and basically perform better in the gym. It's also very affordable, as cheap as $15 to $20, and we have it available here at the Fitness Connection. Supplement number 2 is whey protein. Whey protein is what you need for growth and repair of muscle cells. So of course, when you train, you're going to be breaking down that muscle, and you want to make sure you put the protein back in your body to help build it back. So normally we don't get enough from our diet, so a great option is to supplement it with a whey protein shake. 1 scoop of protein can be the equivalent of up to 10 eggs. Supplement number 3 are multivitamins. Multivitamins help replace the vital minerals and nutrients that you lose during training, and they're also good for your heart health, bone health, and immune health. So they help to keep you healthy so that you can keep on training hard every day. Thanks for watching, and see you again next week. Remember, we have all these supplements available at the Fitness Connection right here in the Raven Mall.
If you're thinking of investing in Grand Bahama or any other island, contact Bahama Island Properties for all of your real estate services. Visit their office in the Port Lacaya Marketplace, their website bahamaislandproperties.com, or call them at 374-7653. Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Facebook friend of the night is Sonia Grant. Thank you for your support. And tomorrow at 10 a.m. we bring to you live the Independence flag raising ceremony taking place here at the Harold de Gregory Complex. Be sure to tune into our Facebook page, ZNS app, or channel 211, beginning at 10 a.m. That's going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of our entire ZNS News team, I'm Shoshana Wolf-Parkinson. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
In the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, a win for taxi drivers. NIB in defense mode. A firm trade policy in the works. And swim nationals off to a splashing start. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report starts now.
This portion of the news is brought to you by BTC Super Fast Internet for Less. Best rate, no debate. Sign up today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lapindo. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks so much for joining us. You can call it Emancipation Day for some 200 taxi drivers here in the capital who, after many years of leasing, received their letters of issuance for new taxi plates. It's all part of efforts to get taxi drivers to become plate owners, as LaDon Davis tells us in this report.
When ZNS News arrived here at the Loyola Hall on Gladstone Road at 9:30 Thursday morning, we met dozens of taxi cab drivers towing a long line to get their new license plates. Now, a few of them we spoke to shared their excitement.
It's been a long time coming, and I feel, especially for the female, if we get our taxi plate, it really eases off the pressure of paying, that money.
You're all here in preparation to receive our own plate to put on our own vehicle. And that would cause us now to even save more money to be able to even put our children at some better schools. We can now pay our bills comfortable. And we ain't got to worry about trying to find the money to pay the person who owned the car and the plate.
One by one, some 200 taxi drivers who have been in the business for about 10, 15, and 20 years made their way inside the Loyola Hall. Road traffic controller Bertram Boleg says the process was quite simple.
We check their documents to ensure that they have all the correct documents to get inside. Once those documents are checked, then we check them in the TMS system to ensure that the plate that they say that they're leasing in the system is the plate of the person that they're leasing it from. Once that is confirmed, then they come over to my desk, where I draft the letter to award them their plate. Once that happens, they are now an owner of their own taxi plate. Then they move from here over there to the insurance table, purchase the insurance for the vehicle, move further, get all the documents processed as a new owner. Then they pay the government their fees.
Boleg reassured taxi drivers that while the burden of leasing has been lifted, they do not have to worry about someone attempting to duplicate their new plates.
We only have one place that we print plates, that's at the prison, and we have security codes in our plates. So for you to duplicate all of those security codes and be able to put another plate on the same number on the street, and we are now computerized. So it's sort of, I won't say impossible, but it's difficult. It's difficult to get that done.
After the process at the Loyola Hall is completed, taxi drivers are being advised to come here at the Road Traffic Department at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium to collect their new license plates. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDawn Davis.
Well, meantime, inflation hitting everyone where it hurts most, and that includes taxi cab drivers who've submitted a proposal for a fare increase. And Bahamas Taxi Cab Drivers Union President Wesley Ferguson is pretty hopeful of the end result.
We so far have proposed to the minister a 30% increase in taxi fares as a result of the inflation and the rising cost of fuel. And she is very receptive to it. We may not get the 30%, but if you shoot for the stars, you might end up in the clouds.
Well, meantime, Transport Minister, the Honorable JoBeth Colby Davis, says not so fast, as further consultation must take place at the cabinet level before any decision is made.
They've made a request. Nothing has been done further on the request. We have to continue to speak with Cabinet on some of the requests that came in, and they will direct me how best we can respond to the request now, because as I stated, I have to be guided by my Cabinet colleagues having an input. Some of them, would have served in this role before, and so they, like Minister Hannah Martin, so they've been a great assistance to me, and so that we can respond responsibly. And so I would have to wait until I get a further guidance from Cabinet.
With a heat index of over 100 degrees, air conditioning systems are in overdrive this summer. Bahamas Power and Light's peak period with a consumption of up to 280 megawatts of power. However, BPL has already acquired additional generators to boost that number in order to meet the demand. This as the utility giant spends a staggering amount of money importing fuel and petroleum products. The government has, however, committed to the very ambitious plan that by 2030, renewable sources of energy will constitute 30% of power generation in the country. And according to Public Works and Utilities Minister, the Honorable Alfred Sayers, here's how they propose to get it done.
We have engaged McKinsey, which is a global advisory firm, to prepare the technical specifications for us to realize that objective. A number of entities have expressed interest in assisting and collaborating with the Bahamas in the provision of a more diversified power generation, and also to improve the power distribution infrastructure. but we needed to have the specifications, or what we call requests for proposal.
Well, Sarah say they have received a preliminary set of specifications which have been sent out to the interested companies, and that as those proposals are reviewed, the public will be informed of the process. In other news this evening, the government and stakeholders are working to craft an economic policy they hope becomes official by the third quarter, in the process laying the groundwork for economic diversification. This in the face of the COVID-19 pandemic exposing the country's economic vulnerability. Keep in mind, trade is an essential component of economic health, with pre-pandemic numbers linking local trade to 80% of GDP, with imports making up the largest portion. Minister of Economic Affairs, Senator the Honorable Michael Alkeidas reasons that with global indicators pointing toward another recession, the Bahamas can use the opportunity to diversify.
Pandemics and recessions offer the chance for a reset of economic development patterns as we seek to transform our economy through strengthening our tourism and financial services products, which constitute up to 65% of GDP, while further diversifying the Bahamian economy for resilience. Shifting the balance of trade from a point of overwhelming deficit to a healthy balance of import and exports is one of the most transformative economic accomplishments that any Bahamian government can strive for. We are here today because we believe in the vast potential of the Bahamas to significantly increase our export of goods and services far beyond the current levels. The national trade policy charts the way for the culmination of that vision.
Chief of Trade Facilitation and Policy for Business at the International Trade Center, Mohammed Seed, has been working to help craft the policy, says high vulnerability to natural disasters, external economic shocks, dependence on imports, and a small economic base have been identified as primary challenges to the country's trade competitiveness.
Trade plays an important role and has an important role to play in this new normal. But for this to happen, the Bahamas needs a coherent national trade policy which aligns the broader development strategy and to avoid a piecemeal approach of uncoordinated and sometimes conflicting measures affecting the country's exports and imports of goods and services. The national trade policy provides a coherent set of short and longer-term policy action that is also aligned with country's broader development strategies, notably the National Development Plan Vision 2040.
The Bahamas Financial Services Board, meantime, recently partnered with Hedge Week to host the Bahamas Spotlight event in London. The briefing designed to showcase the financial services sector in the Bahamas as the United Kingdom seeks to strengthen linkages with Commonwealth nations and explore opportunities for trade in goods and services. Minister of Economic Affairs, the Honorable Michael Alkeidas, led the Bahamian delegation. He told attendees the Bahamas is committed to strengthening ties and promoting increased cooperation. This as a study has been completed that will better leverage opportunities for increased trade between the two countries. While the National Insurance Board is denying reports the retirement age has been bumped up from 65 to 67 years. Further, it rejects claims it provided a bailout for the Bank of the Bahamas as unfounded. NIB noting in a statement that while its reserves have declined, the fund stands at $1.5 billion. The fall in reserves attributed to annual benefits being paid, exceeding contributions into the fund from as far back as 2016. In fact, in 2021, benefits paid outpaced contributions by some $70 million, according to NIB. The agency also addressing claims about properties it owns, stating that from 2007 to 2014, it acquired a number of properties at a cost of $6.6 million for development and to be used by various government agencies. This in response to a social media post that refers to two properties, while NIB paid $6.6 million for another 3 lots, and due to trespassers damaging the property, security has been put in place and NIB is taking the issue to court. while NIB denies the properties have been used to benefit its employees or officials, further denying the properties were purchased from politicians or that it paid politicians for said properties. The agency notes that such allegations in the public domain erodes public confidence from the many who rely on the social safety net. Well, still to come, a new Chief Justice and more on the latest bill passed in the House of Assembly. We'll be back after the break.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Welcome to a world where hope is still loud, where dreams are still relevant, and determination has no substitute. Welcome to a nation where the people are still warm, resilient, and innovative. And Commonwealth Bank is at the center of it all, giving innovation and progress an extra push for more than 60 years. We're here for Bahamians because we are Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, your leader in personal banking services.
What? Check old girl, boy. You say she getting married? Oh, man, not again.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to join this man's BTC home internet with this woman BTC mobile service in holy matrimony. So they'll pay half the price compared to the other guys.
What's wrong with you? Just let them...
Madam, do you have BTC mobile service?
I do.
Sir, do you have BTC home internet to unite with her mobile service?
I do.
Get all the internet you want at half the price when you bundle your home internet and mobile service.
So, what services do you have?
Me? I have BTC at home and on my phone.
Visit any BTC store to make the switch today.
They say that when it hits you, it hits you. A feeling so strong that it's impossible not to give into. A juicy piece of KFC to feel elevated by the aroma and to free fall into its exciting flavor. Some call it love, attraction, desire. We call it KFC. Ignite your senses with KFC.
You watch them grow and make plans for them even before they're old enough to talk. You spend a lifetime of sacrifice to pave the way for their success and create a tomorrow you too can be proud of. Can you tell who is the investor? At Leno, we believe everyone who has ever put a penny aside for a future dream is an investor. If you're new to investing, Leno's financial experts stand ready to design plans based on your goals. Let's sit down and explore the options one-on-one and see how, together, we can make your dreams come true. Whether considering traditional investments like a new home, car, your own business, security in retirement, or your child's college fund, we take the confusion out of the process and make an investor out of you. Call 396-3225 for an appointment. Leno, your bridge to the future.
With independence comes freedom. The freedom to explore. To create memories. To be proud. And the freedom to choose color. Happy Independence, Bahamas.
Life is better with Rubis Rewards. Just fuel up and swipe for your chance to win free fuel, cash back in our stores, restaurant and store discounts from our partners, plus prizes and surprises. It doesn't get better than this. Your Rubis Reward tag is free at every Rubis service station in New Providence. Get yours today. Rubis, it's just better.
What does it mean to be Bahamian? It's so much more than just where you were born. It's using your imagination to achieve the unthinkable. It's our resourcefulness in taking what we have and making it better. It's a connection we share even when miles apart.
Don't fail.
Our culture runs as deep as our breathtaking seas. And when the heat is on, we get fired up even more. And we know that we perform best when we look out for one another.
Time will pass.
At Alive, we never stop because we're built Bahamian strong. And we wouldn't have it any other way. Alive, we are Bahamian.
The Evidence Amendment Bill, a done deal in the House of Assembly. Wrapping up the day-long debate, Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis, who cited suggestions made to the then government to address the issue of people presumed dead in the aftermath of 2019's Hurricane Dorian. However, nothing was done.
2 years have passed, and this is specific for me. This is a Dorian issue now for me, and the 2 years has passed, so this takes effect today. So persons, once the law is passed, families who are impacted by the fact that people lost their homes because they couldn't pay their mortgage. Because the person who's missing, who was either a co-mortgagee or whose name the house was in, they lost their homes. As I say, that's why I used the phrase that I just hope it just ain't too late.
The bill is a legislative move to bring closure to still grieving families. The Prime Minister also responding last evening to the opposition's concerns that the coroner addressed a number of issues that arose following the monster storm.
What happened is, once the DNA came back, then you go to the coroner's court and say, well, look, this is the body we found, this is DNA, it matches this family, and they're saying, that's daddy, that's mommy, that's my child. That's what the coroner's court was set up to do. A lot of samples of DNA was taken, but where are the results? This is a matter we will be looking into to try to bring further closures. As I said, this is a step because the impact of this hurricane on the psyche of our people is going to be long-lasting. And we have to be incrementally addressing and moving to heal those wounds inflicted by Dorian.
The business of the House resumes July 13th at 10 a.m. Well, Press Secretary Clint Watson finding it strange former Prime Minister, the Most Honourable Dr. Hubert Minnis, was not invited to Tuesday's handing over ceremony of the Commissioner of Police. Minnis raising the issue in the House of Assembly yesterday, at the time charging that, based on what he's been told, invitations to such events now fall under the remit of the Office of the Prime Minister and not Cabinet Office. But according to Watson, the procedure has not changed.
And I don't know what he's talking about. I can't say he didn't get one or he did get one. I know that the Cabinet Office is responsible for any invites. So is the Royal Bahamas Police Force. They were dealing with invites themselves to the event. I can say that I did see the former Prime Ministers there. Former Prime Minister Christie was there. Former Prime Minister Hubert Ingram was there. I just find it strange that he would not have been invited. But I can't confirm. We don't deal with invitations, I'm sorry. And we did not deal with invitations for that, so that is incorrect.
The country to get a new Chief Justice. Justice Ian Winder has been named to succeed Chief Justice Sir Brian Murray, who retires August 4th. Justice Winder's appointment takes effect the following day on August 5th. Justice Winder has served as a Supreme Court judge since July 1st, 2004, and as a judge of the Court of Appeal of the Turks and Caicos Islands since February 2nd, 2020. Prior to his elevation to the bench, Justice Winder practiced extensively at the public and the private bars and was a full-time faculty of the Council of Legal Education or the Eugene DePuch Law School. According to a release from the Cabinet Office, Justice Winder has demonstrated a long-standing commitment to the rule of law and will play a pivotal role in improving the country's administration of justice. Well, National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Munro, this week hinted to a possible increase in police involved in shootings should criminals engage in gun battles with officers. He accepts that body cam footage showing video of the incident may not be readily available. Further, he says releasing body camera video may taint the jury pool in a court case. However, Munro holds that the mindset of young criminals must change.
I really trust that we don't have an increase, but if young men continue to be armed, continue to have a will to be discharging a firearm 20, 30 times on a site, and therefore challenge a policeman will have two choices: to defend himself and us, or to be shot and killed. I do not expect any reasonable human being not to protect themselves. Once we stop having these guns on our streets, then perhaps we could go back to those little debates we used to have in the 70s and the 80s about should police have guns, should police be carrying guns on Bay Street. We can have those discussions at the moment.
And then there's the concern of false information reported to authorities.
I have said to the Commissioner of Police, the past and the current, that when we find people telling lies, and we can tell that they're telling lies because we have camera footage of it, we need to prosecute them so they can go to prison, so people can learn to stop making false reports, and then they could take less police time. Every time you make a report that's false, you take police time in them investigating it. So certainly my instruction to them is where we find people to have lied, and we can prove it by footage, those people need to go to jail.
Well, the goal is to improve the economy by 5% per annum post-COVID. And to achieve that, the Deputy Prime Minister sees an all-hands-on-deck approach as key. Speaking at the Bahamas Rotary Club of Old Fort Bay on the topic transitioning to leadership, Cooper also stressed the need to empower more Bahamians in wealth creation. Lloyd Allen has more.
Being minister responsible for a growth and business development segment of our government demonstrates an opportunity to drive significant change in opportunities for our country.
Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, says as a seasoned businessman and son of the soil, his commitment to nation building is fueled by a passion to see others create wealth for themselves and their families. He recommends building the right team.
One of the key things I've learned in business that I find useful in government is that you must find the hardest working, smartest talent available. You must formulate a plan and you must put them to work. And as a result of mobilizing the resources you have available to you, you can be successful.
He adds his road to leadership was paved from learning from the mistakes of his predecessors.
And it's a great way to put yourself on record criticizing the government so that when it's your time to govern, you will remember all of the things you said that they ought not to have done.
Cooper says as the government is now focused on restoring the economy, there are a number of considerations which could expedite that process, including retention of innovative Bahamians.
In 1995, we had 13% of Caribbean arrivals, but in 2018, we only had 5%. We're losing ground in the Caribbean.
Cooper reasons as visitor numbers are significant, more Bahamians able to invest in spin-off sectors should.
I am confident that if we build rooms, we will get airlift. And if we get airlift and we get rooms, people can come. So there are incentives available. The Hotel Encouragement Act, if you are building, I think at least 5 units, okay, you ought to look at it. That would entitle you to certain tax exemptions, including exemptions from all customs duties, etc. And then there's opportunity for funding.
He adds that mentorship from professionals is also an important element to securing a larger piece of the tourism pie and towards expanding the economy.
We do not have the luxury of not contributing to our country. You know, I prefer to do what I can to contribute to the growth, development of my country, for the people who come behind, even if I gotta suffer a little indignity.
Sending a clarion call to leaders nationwide, Cooper advises all professionals to do what they can to help build the country. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Stay with us.
Man, come on, we going.
AID has everything you need and more to complement your home's decor. Luxurious bamboo bath towels, face towels from $1.25 and bath towels from $5.45. Shower curtains from $2.54 and organizers in stylish finishes. Bath mat sets from $7.27 in a multitude of styles and colors. Bed sheet sets from $9.95 and 7-piece comforter sets from $49.95. Doormats from $1.93 with matching runners and hundreds of area carpets. Sofa covers from $19.95, plain and crushed sheer curtains from $5.25 and thousands of panels to choose from. Blinds from $7.02 and curtain rods from $2.89. Ceramic and porcelain dishes, tablecloths, napkins, placemats, utensils, and more. A wide selection of drinking glasses, including elegant stemware, candle holders, vases, and crystal. Full-size mirrors, decorative pictures, and picture frames. AID, Wolf Road, and the Mall at Marathon open late and on Sundays to serve your decorating needs. AID, all you really need and more.
Man, come on, we going.
Check old girl, boy. You say she getting married? Oh, man. Not again.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to join this man's BTC home internet with this woman BTC mobile service in holy matrimony. So they'll pay half the price compared to the other guys.
What's wrong with you? Just let them...
Madam, do you have BTC mobile service?
I do.
Sir, do you have BTC home internet to unite with her mobile service?
I do.
Get all the internet you want at half the price when you bundle your home internet and mobile service.
So, what services do you have?
Me? I have BTC at home and on my phone.
Visit any BTC store to make the switch today.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A brand that you can trust. Family Guardian.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
We elevate, elevate, we elevate, elevate, we elevate, elevate.
35 years ago, Bishop Walter Hanschel and his wife founded the Great Commission's Ministries. And since then, the ministry has ballooned into so much more than what it started as. And after nearly 40 years in ministry, Bishop Hanschel was recently honored with the prestigious Member of the Order of the British Empire.
To be able to receive an MBE, it's an honor. It's a high honor for me personally. I never thought I would ever receive it, but the Lord the Lord did it. And I give him thanks and praise, and I'd like to thank also the government of the Bahamas and all those who recommended me for that high honor, and also the people that the board of directors of Great Commission Ministries, also donors like BTC who've been there for us, who've supported us over the years with finances and special projects on site. So I want to thank the entire BTC staff and management for reaching out to groups and agencies like Great Commission, because we couldn't do it without you. And when you make it happen for us, we make it happen for others. It's a pleasure to have served the Bahamian people. And if we had to do it all over again, we'd do the same thing, because it's been a joy and a privilege to serve.
Around here, we like to consider Bishop Hanschel and his wife extended members of the BTC family. So we're happy to salute them on this honor. These are still the moments that move us. I'm Corbell Pyform. Be well, and be back here next. BTC Connection.
We elevate,
COVID-19's national price tag pegged in the millions, and it seems there's no letting up. And this is exactly why the Minister of Health and Wellness is hoping the Inter-American Development Bank can increase its financial assistance in the event another natural disaster hits and wipes out the country's healthcare system. Altavis Munnings has the story.
2 years down, and COVID-19's still impacting the Bahamas, mainly in the populated islands of New Providence, Grand Bahama, and Abaco.
I know what COVID is. I've experienced it. I've been in the intensive care. I lost 42 pounds in a matter of about 1 month and suffered from extended COVID, long COVID, 6 months after having COVID.
And it's for that reason that Health and Wellness Minister Dr. the Honorable Michael Darville is adamant on treating every positive COVID-19 case recorded and ensuring that all health professionals and infrastructure remains safe and sound. He revealed at the Inter-American Development Bank's launch of its COVID-19 assessment report on the Bahamas Wednesday that $17.8 million has been dished out to suppress the deadly virus. 64% of that spent on protecting frontline workers, including acquiring personal protection equipment, with the remainder earmarked for free testing and quality access to vaccines.
Some of us in this room may be able to find $25 or $30 for a rapid antigen test. Some of us can find $120 or whatever it was for the RT-PCR test. But the bulk of our population coming out of the pandemic, unemployed, could not do it. And so it was important for us to implement this tool along with our vaccination program to ensure that any Bahamian throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, if exposed or if is concerned with symptoms, can have access to free testing. These effects resulted in 32,000 RT-PCR cases being advised to isolate. The Ministry of Health tracked 50,000 contacts, investigated 2,000 clusters of infections throughout our family islands, a difficult thing to do because of the logistical challenges.
Last year, July, the IDB approved $40 million to strengthen the country's healthcare system, particularly in the Family Islands, adding to government's IDB loan facility that the health minister is appealing to extend for another 5 years.
We need to get our aggressive infrastructural upgrades going like yesterday. I've done my work. I have my quantity surveyor, my engineers, my architects doing what they have to do. And we're ready to get the ball rolling. But we intend to ensure that Bahamians throughout our archipelago have access to the same type of quality healthcare services that are currently in New Providence and Grand Bahama.
Minister Darville graciously thanked the Inter-American Development Bank for their continued commitment to the country's future development. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altavis Munnings.
On a lighter note, preparations to celebrate the country's 49th birthday in full swing on Clifford Park. Earlier this week, the morning team visited the historic site and caught up with the president and CEO of Zamar Productions to find out how things are shaping up ahead of the festivities.
bright lights, cameras, heavy-duty wiring, and a big stage, the main elements Zaymar Productions are pulling out to add a bit more flavor to the activities set to usher in the country's 49th independence on historic Clifford Park. CEO Andrew Gardner says his team is pulling out all of the stops for this year's celebrations.
The annual event that we normally do that has the ecumenical service, the cultural show, and then the police parade. On Sunday night, we have a gospel concert. So as a result, it takes a lot of preparation because we have 2 nights of rehearsals, Thursday and Friday, and of course the weather hasn't really been working with us, so we have to get in enough time so that we can get all the audio done, all the lighting done, the video done, broadcast done, and be ready for rehearsals.
Gardner says the special effects designed to bring the Independence Ecumenical Service, Cultural Explosion, Tattoo, and Gospel Concert are a must. After all, these are the crowd pleasers.
We have to light the field because that's where the parade is. So we have to put sufficient lighting out in the field so that the stage isn't just the stage, but now the whole field becomes the stage. And then because it's a national event and we're going to have people seated all along the park, then we have to put another audio system on the outsides as outfills to make sure that everyone can hear what's happening properly.
Now, Gardner, who acknowledges pulling off such an event is both costly and challenging, says as a proud Bahamian, he'd have it no other way.
I'm a patriot by heart, so I'm always excited to be doing our national events because it gives Zaymar the opportunity to showcase what we can do as a company to ensure that the nation is presented in the best possible light when it comes to audiovisual and production. When we're done, we'll probably have at least about 50 people working this project. So, so payroll could get a little high sometime, but we do what's needed to get the job done.
Now, just a reminder, the Independence Ecumenical Service and Cultural Extravaganza will take place on Sunday, July 9th, and the Independence Gospel Explosion on July 10th on Clifford Park.
Well, Inagua loses one of its greats. Former F&M Cabinet Minister, House Speaker, diplomat, and F&M MCM Vernon Simonette has died. He was 84. Expressing the government's condolences, Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis, in a release, saluted Simonette as one who served his party well, advanced their ideals, and was a fair referee as House Speaker, adding that his demeanour was calm, steady, and his rulings well-reasoned. The Prime Minister also acknowledged that while the two respectfully crossed swords on legislative and policy matters, overall, Vernon Simonette was a good man who loved the Bahamas and served it well in several capacities, and for his contributions to national development, the country is grateful. Davis ended with expressing condolences not only to Simonette's immediate family, but his extended and political family, equally saddened by the loss. Reiterating attributes expressed by the Prime Minister, Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard fondly remembered Simonette as fair and balanced in his commentary, and although affable, competent, serious, and attentive to the needs of those he served, his commitment to peace, says Pintard, will be missed in a political atmosphere where venom is spewed too often.
Time to save with a new perspective, where the focus is on values and principles, and people are just as important as profits, where we believe in democracy and equality, and your vote counts, where profits are shared with our members, who are also our owners, to ensure that by working together, we all win, where education of our members and training our staff are one of our highest priorities, where we serve our members' needs through continued cooperative initiatives because of our concern for the communities in which we live. Join more than 40,000 Bahamians who have made the smarter choice. Join the movement. Join a credit union. People helping people to help themselves.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Here at Solomon's, we're all about family. We believe in quality brands and giving you what you need and more for every occasion. Our store is filled with items for the entire family, celebrating everyday living for you and those you love. Shopping is now more rewarding than ever with My Solomon Smart Rewards. Shop Solomon's because family matters.
Awesomely, this is a beautiful experience. I can't lie. This is my first time doing this sort of charity work, and I mean, it feels good to help out, you know? There's a can drive coming up, and other initiatives are part of the Giving a Helping Hand campaign, and I encourage anyone that's willing to lend their support in any way, shape, or form to come through and give of your time.
A census determines the total number of people living in a country. Our census is currently being conducted throughout the islands of the Bahamas. I plan to participate. You should too.
We want everybody on every island, regardless of your age or nationality, to be counted.
And if they ain't been to your door yet, they're gonna be there soon. I know we can get counted in this census, so don't let them miss you.
The data collected in the census is used by the government to make all kinds of important decisions for the future of our country. I'll be participating. You should too.
When the census workers were in my area, I had the option whether to do it face-to-face or on my cell phone. I participated. So should you.
The Bahamas National Statistical Institute needs nationwide participation. The census will be conducted until the end of August. Remember, when it's your turn, the count depends on you.
Housing Minister, the Honourable JoBeth Colby Davis, providing some clarity on the relocation of residents occupying dome homes in Spring City, Abaco. Addressing the issue in the House of Assembly Wednesday, Minister Colby Davis said plans are in place to assist families in relocating from the dome site. She also updated colleagues on new home construction.
I wish to be clear, Madam Speaker, our intent is to have the domes demolished in short order. And we will be doing this with compassion and act with decency and order. We will carry out this exercise in a responsible and dignified manner. I'm advised by my team at the Department of Housing that 10 of our homes are already under construction and ready to have roofs put on in Abaco Central Pines. And that the first batch of homes will be ready by the end of September.
According to the Elizabeth MP, residents must be able to qualify for those mortgages, but that's the only thing, that's not the only thing, rather, on tap for Abaconians.
With the construction of these homes, a pivotal key point for my administration is also to ensure we provide other opportunities and ways persons can become homeowners, and we are fully embarking on our rent-to-own program, the structure of which will be announced very soon. We are partnering with the Bahamas Mortgage Corp. They have already completed their team, who will be in partnership with my advisory council. And we are seeking to launch our pilot of the rent-to-own in Abaco first and foremost.
Well, come Saturday, the Cat Island Empowerment and Development Group will host a major pre-independence cultural festival opposite the Fish Fry on Arawak Key. President and chairman of the group, Dr. Arthur McDonald, says the event will take the form of a fundraiser with the goal of assisting Cat Islanders in their various endeavors. And this includes the establishment of a scholarship fund coupled with assistance for the elderly, the Children's Home, and all of that island's associations.
We want to raise as much as we can. I have no figure. These initiatives will be ongoing. We want to do 3 to 4 events in New Providence and 3 to 4 events in Cat Island. We also want to ensure that when we promote the Waking Script Festival, which is held in June in Arthurstown, we want to ensure that we have a week of events leading up to that. We have various events leading up to the regatta and various events leading up to the Waking Script Festival. This is our inaugural event, yes, and it's endorsed by our Prime Minister, Mr. Philip Davis. We are pleased to say that, Cat Islander himself.
McDonald says a registry will also be at the festival for all Cat Islanders to sign up. Vice Chair Anthony Johnson tells us what festival goers can expect.
You know, Cat Island people can cook well. Those fine, what do you call it, flour cake, benny cake, coconut tart, the good food, the good music, Bishop Lawrence Roll, the Regent Bells we just heard from them.
The flashlights from Smith's Bay, Timmy Saunders and those, they will be there in the afternoon. I want to say that our initiative and all our organization theme is TEAM, T-E-A-M. Together, everyone achieves more.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Patricia. Pretty nice day today with just a brief passing shower in the afternoon, but outside of our studios, we are currently under partly cloudy skies. Temperature 84 degrees, relative humidity 74%. We have an easterly flow at 10 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,017.0 millibars. That is 30.04 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the Family Violence this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 86 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Greentown Key, Abaco. Marshall, Abaco at 85 degrees. The Berry Islands, 88. 87 in Allenstown, Bimini, Harbor Island, 84 degrees, Rock Sound, 88, Black Point, Exuma, Kemps Bay, St. Andrews, they have a temperature of 84, 85 degrees in Fresh Creek, Central Andros. Allenstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey, 87 degrees, 85 in Georgetown, Exuma, 84 is in Ragged Island, Clarence, San Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Maguana, 86. 86 also in Acklands, Matthew Town, Unagua, 84, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 83 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center. In the Northwestern Islands tonight through Saturday, southeast winds 10 to 50 knots once again with wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Low tide takes place at 9:02 tonight with another low tide at 9:15 tomorrow morning. In the central and southeastern islands, the winds are going to be east to southeast, 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet, and that means caution flags remain in place for the central and southeastern islands through Saturday. And that's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Everybody's out there on the dock. They're doing what we call.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Early in the morning.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continue continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 9th Fifth Terrace, Centerville, right in the heart of the medical service epicenter of Nassau, Bahamas.
Come on, we going.
When you wanna save money on your tile supplies, who you gonna call? The Tile King. When you tile your house and you wanna look good, who you gonna call? The Tile King.
Visit the new Tile King showroom, which is internationally recognized as the finest tile showroom in the Caribbean, located in the Builders Mall on Wolf Road.
The Tile King. Who you gonna call? The Tile King.
Tiles on everything.
If you like a hearty, meaty burger, the A1 Steakhouse King at Burger King Nassau has it all. With flame-grilled beef, lots of bacon, cheese, and crispy onions on a sesame seed bun, the only thing that can top this is the tangy flavor of A1 steak sauce. The Steakhouse King is a meat lover's dream, and with an ice-cold Pepsi and hot fries, it's all you need to fill your day. Get your A1 Steakhouse King as a combo or part of the new King's Feast, only at Burger King Nassau, where taste is king.
Buy Chef Boyardee and Libby's Vienna sausages, and you could be one of 7 lucky winners to receive cash prizes up to $1,000. Take your receipts to Pritchard's on Robinson Road and enter today.
Welcome to the graduation ceremony of the Government High School's class of 2022.
And with those words, the Government High School 2022 graduates begin their commencement ceremony. With a focus on the theme, Overcoming Challenges Through Education, Empowered for Change, Dr. Tamara Penniman Carey, a 1997 graduate, delivered the keynote address.
Exactly 2 decades and a half ago, I sat in the same spot you guys are sitting. I did not know where life was going to take me. If someone had told me that I would be standing here in this exact spot today, I would have not believed them. I was the first person in my family to graduate high school and attend college. Some adults were really, really cruel. One in particular told me that I would fail my biology BGCSE, but I was one of the few students that passed and also went on to receive a degree in biology and graduated with honors. Another adult told me after my first semester in nursing school, little girl, you are wasting your time. But I completed nursing school on the honor roll. I allowed none of this to hinder me because I knew who I was and who I am. Young ladies and young gentlemen, the sky is not the limit. How can the sky be the limit when there is a footprint on the moon? The only limits in life are the ones that you set for yourselves.
I have some real friends who have my back and help me through every situation. To my peers, this ceremony is just the beginning of how excellent we truly can be.
This segment of the news is presented by Sands, the truly Bahamian beer.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Good
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sports Thursday. I'm Charles Fisher. It is a very busy Independence holiday weekend for sports, and it got started this morning with the Bahamas Aquatics Federation Swim Nationals right here at the Betty Kenning National Aquatic Center. The meet got underway with the grueling 1,500-meter freestyle time trials, and touching the wall first was Alana Murray of Black Marlin Swim Club in a personal best of 21 minutes and 1 second.
Well, at first I was nervous, and then while I was swimming it, I was very tired, and my arms was like tightening up. But I mean, it was good because I dropped like a minute. When I was swimming, I saw my dad. He was walking up and down the pool deck, so he was like encouraging me and my mom.
Now, Mako Swim Club, they are the defending champs and ready to make a splash again.
The team is feeling really good. They look good in practice, and they look like they're prepared to drop time. I think we all have a positive mindset and ready to swim fast. I hope to drop time in all of my main events and just to compete well, hope motivate the young kids into wanting to reach to this level, and, just hope to motivate them to push hard in practice and compete hard.
Forward to getting some best times. I feel really good. My coach, Trevano McPhee, has really prepared me good for this meet, and it's good to have the meet back after so long. It feels great. Nationals is a whole different atmosphere. When you come at night, you'll hear the John Canoe and there's more screaming than in the morning, so we're just missing all of that. Yes, so it feels good to have it back.
Alpha Aquatics also hoping to make some noise.
I'm excited. I'm happy to see that there are so many younger kids, so excited and pumped up to do their best this weekend. So I'm looking forward to some great swims as well as some personal best on my own. I hope to get out of this meet some growth and learning because, every race you swim, you can learn something from it. So I'm excited to represent my team and do my best.
We're going to do really well. These past couple of weeks, the training has been very intense. I've been seeing everyone push to their best, push to their limits, getting tired, breathing hard. That's what you're supposed to do. Supposed to put all your blood, sweat, and tears into it. And I think they've earned the chance to do their best and show what they've been doing in the pool. And I think we're going to see some very fast results from our team.
From the Betty Kenning National Aquatic Center and the Swim Nationals over here to the Blue Hills Sporting Complex, where the Babe Ruth Caribbean Championships also got underway this morning.
We're doing pretty good so far. So we have 2 divisions, the 12 and under division, which we have 6 teams, 2 Bahamas team. We have Aruba, Cuba, Puerto Rico, as well as St. Martin. We also have the 16 under division, which also has 6 teams. So games will be going from 9 a.m. to the last game starting at 5 p.m. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We have playoffs on Sunday, and then we wrap up with the third place game and the championship game on Monday. So we're talking all-day baseball for the next 5 days.
What's the format?
So the format is they will play a round-robin format where they play each other once, and only the top 4 teams would then enter a single elimination playoffs. So we need the full fan support to come out to cheer on the Bahamas team so we can make sure that this championship remains here at home. It's pretty tight all around. The 12U, we're looking very good. I know in the 16U, you have some big powerhouse. You have the Netherlands that came all the way down from Europe. You have the USA team that came from about 9 different states throughout the continent of the USA. And then we have our own Bahamas team. So it's going to be pretty tight. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but of course we know who we want to root for.
And come November, some of college best basketball teams will dribble in the Bahamas. And it's something the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg, is toting for the 242.
We're going to have more than 40 teams, NCAA teams. I don't know how much in total. I think it's about 80 or 62. 60 plus. But 40 of them is going to be in the Bahamas. Going to be shared between Bimini, Bahama, and Atlantis. And we're going to add to that. The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture is partnershiping with the Ministry of Grand Bahama sometime in the future, and we're going to be hosting a high school Thanksgiving tournament from teams from America. So the idea is to make the Bahamas the basketball hub for Thanksgiving, and we're going to continue adding to that. We continue to advance and enhance our sports in paradise through the game of basketball, and we welcome all NCAA teams every 4 years as the clock wind down, and when time to come again, our doors are open.
And that's going to put a wrap on Sports Thursday. Thanks for watching, everybody. You have 2 events to choose from: Swim Nationals and the Babe Ruth Caribbean Championships.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
A household name carries a lot of approval. And when you're shopping for household, you need a household name. For 50 years, Bahamas Welding and Fire has been a household name in outdoor grills and kitchen appliances. Need to beautify that yard space for your grill? BWF has it covered. For the industrial worker, you can find a complete line of tools and safety equipment. For the welder of any level or budget, you can find the right machinery to power everything. There's no shortage on power with a wide array of generators. And safety is everyone's responsibility. Find everything needed to protect everyone on the worksite. Over 40,000 square feet of shopping space in a convenient location. Bahamas Welding and Fire. We're more than just our name. Located number 13 Wilton Street.
Time waits for no one. Here at Sunshine Finance, you can walk away with the money you need in as little as 24 hours. Whether it's a new car, vacation, home renovation, or assistance with your graduate's college tuition, Sunshine has got you covered. We can also help you to consolidate. If you have more than one personal loan, Sunshine Finance can combine those loans for just one reduced monthly payment. There's no need to pay more when you can pay less. So what are you waiting for? Contact us at apply@sunshinefinanceltd.com. Sunshine Finance, we're your leader in private lending.
The pandemic has been not so kind to so many people in our community. And when we think about how we fared coming off the pandemic, we're trying to find meaningful ways to continue to give back.
So with the Together platform, it allows people to be able to give back, to make small donation, whether it's $20 or whatever you can give, to be able to give and to help those people who are in need.
Jump on the super specials this July at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Coca-Cola sodas, 6-pack, 12-ounce, $3.49. Robin Hood flour, 5.5 pounds, $4.49. Olivia cooking oil, 48-ounce, $4.19. Idaho potatoes, 5-pound bag, $3.49. Chicken leg quarters, 10-pound bag, $1.29 per pound. Super specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Snack and win with Act 2 popcorn and Crunch and Munch. Buy a 3-pack of Act 2 popcorn and a 10-ounce Crunch and Munch. Then take your receipt to Pritchard's Robinson Road. You could win cash prizes or summer fun experiences. Enter today.
Good to grow. Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. God, it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
With the motto of Beautiful You Naturally, Uncle Dita's Natural Products is a hit at the Gladstone Road Farmers Market every weekend. Owner Deanton Ferguson has been busy adding new products to his line with the aim of taking care of you from head to toe.
We have our natural hair greases. We have the hibiscus, aloe, and love vine grease, avocado and carrot, okra grease. We also have the garlic and onion grease, and we have a special grease. We have the onion, hibiscus, and love vine grease. We also have some natural soaps. We have the lemon, aloe, and tomato soap. We have the fruity pie soap. The fruity pie soap is the people of shifting clouds. We have the rice and turmeric. One side is a scrub, next side is a moisturizer.
Uncle Dita's has just about everything you'll need to feel naturally beautiful from the outside, including a line of products for sensitive skin, lip balms, deodorant, and oils. His line is now focusing on creating a healthy, beautiful you from the inside.
We have a lot of Bahamians who interested in natural bushes and natural tea, but they can't take the taste of it. So I just come up with making natural supplements. So we have a name supplement. We have a Sarsi. We have Sarsi lemon and ginger. We also have the moringa. We have the noni. We have the orange. We have the aloe cactus supplement, and we also have the papaya, noni, and sarsi.
Ferguson's plan now is to continue to expand his line. He says the Gladstone Road Farmers Market has been an amazing way to bring his products to the people, and he is thankful for the growth that he is seeing in his business.
And God gave me a vision. He said he's going to give me a product what nobody never seen and nobody never heard before. He said the product is going to speak for itself. And from then to now, it's just been speaking for itself. You could call me on 524-4157 or 825-7309.
Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Georgie Bain.
Ordinary People is back with a new season.